I finished my first couple of cozy December reads. The first was by Julie and Lindsey, and it was Apple Cider Slang. This was part of the Cozy Hollow Mysteries reading club. I will put the hosts in the description. They're wonderful. Check out their channels. This was so cute. I really enjoyed it. It was about a young lady who she's going to school. She's working as a waitress, but she's also helping her grandmother out with her apple farm. And she has a dream to make this cider place on the farm. And as a banker has come, someone unfortunately does what they do in cozy mysteries and dies. So we have that mystery going on, but we also have some deeper things. We're dealing with grief. We're dealing with loss. We are dealing with a beautiful relationship between a grandmother and granddaughter. So I just really liked those elements, and the romance I really enjoyed. I don't always like going from dislike to potential lovers, but I did in this case. The next one that I finished was by Jenny Colgan, and it is The Christmas Bookshop, and it was adorable as well. We have a young lady who she's not really very successful in her life, and she's dealing with losing a job and having a very perfect sister who has it all. Perfect husband, perfect job, great kids, pregnant again, and she's caught up in the comparison and the jealousy, but she does need help getting a job. She has no prospects, and her sister helps her land a job with a client who's really struggling and about to lose everything with this bookshop. And so she has the opportunity to maybe turn things around. And there is a romance that I really enjoyed in this book too. There was the perfect jerk character written in this, but it does bring up some questions about sincerity and what makes a good partner, which I enjoyed. Some predictability, of course, in this kind of Christmassy book, but I don't mind that at all. Clean romantically, there were no sex scenes, but there was the jerk character did act like a jerk and have a little bit of language. It's just so you're aware, if you try to steer clear of all language, there were no GDs. But I thought this was a cute book, and I definitely would recommend it if you need a cozy read. All right, I'll let you know when I've finished the next one. Hi guys, I just finished my next two books for December. The first was a reread, in this case actually a re-listen. The first time I read it with my eyeballs, but it is Greenglass House by Kate Milford. And this is a story of a young boy named Milo. He's adopted and he's been questioning his background. He has wonderful parents that have adopted him. Really close-knit family. It's so wonderful to see how close this family is and how in this middle grade the parents are very involved in their child's life, and we have no reason to get rid of them for the story. So they run this inn that smugglers come and stay at sometimes. Always very quiet around Christmas at the inn. Usually no one stays. All of a sudden, random people that have never stayed there before show up separately, and Milo's trying to figure out what's going on. That starts the mystery, and there are other mysteries that come associated with the house. He has a friend that he meets as the cook's daughter come, and because all these people have come, the cook comes back, and he gets to have a new friendship develop. There is some cute little role-playing games involved. My kids absolutely loved it. I read it last year, and so I knew it was going to be good for them. They were mind blown by the twist, and they absolutely loved it. So A+ for all involved here. My husband enjoyed it too. We listened to it as a family with some little local and a little bit short of road trip. The next thing I finished is Wuthering Heights, Emily Bronte's one and only novel. Of course, this one is about Heathcliff and Kathy, who grow up together. Heathcliff was adopted into the family, but is seen by everyone but the father as a secondary person. And Kathy, of course, they have a very close bond. As they grow up, Kathy gets involved with someone outside of her class, and Heathcliff basically loses his mind over it. Kathy doesn't handle herself always the best either. This is more of a book about relationships, the wrongness of class, how evil prevails in people sometimes, if it's not checked. And it really is about family dynamics and how in some cases love can triumph in the end. There's hope. My favorite person is there's a narrator that's a gentleman that's come in contact with this family because he's renting from them on their property. But then there's a housekeeper named Nellie that tells the story, and Nellie is my favorite character. So I know people have very mixed feelings about this book. I personally enjoy it quite a bit, but I understand why some people hate it. I should have done this for my love it or hate it thing. But in fact, this was a read by Heather's Heroes and Heroines. I Read Dead People Club. I'm hosting with her and also with Tammy from my bookshelf with Tammy. And definitely come, if you can, this Friday, December 16th, to the live discussion. It'll be 4 p.m. Central Standard Time on Heather's channel, so check that out. Hi, I'm going to be finishing out the first half of my December reads by talking about a couple of books I read with my children. The first one is The Light at Tern Rock, and it is by Julia L. Sauer. Sorry, it has a little sticker on it because it was used. I could not get that sticker off. This was a sweet story. It's a short one, and it's about an aunt and her sweet nephew, and they are asked to watch a lighthouse before Christmas, and they're supposed to be picked up and taken home on December 21st, and that doesn't happen. They're stuck there. So it deals with them trying to figure out if they're going to be stuck there for Christmas, how they're going to deal with that if they are, and it ultimately is a story about forgiveness. And really, Christmas is a lot about grace, like what the grace that we received. And this is teaching them about how to show grace and patience and forgiveness and kindness to others. It was a really good story. I really recommend it. The next one is a reread for me. I have read this one before and I read it to my kids, but I just wanted to revisit them with it. It's such a sweet story. This is The True Gift by Patricia MacLachlan, and she is also the writer of Sarah Plain and Tall. So this story deals with a brother and a sister who love to go to grandparents' house at Christmas time, and it just seems so ideal. Their grandparents are so amazing, especially their grand. She is just so fun. I love her personality. But it's just the whole shebang if you go, and they have a sweet little town that has a library, and the brother and the sister are both big time readers, which I love, especially the brother. The brother is an overthinker and a bit too much of a problem solver, and this annoys the sister at times. But they try to solve the problem of a cow that is on their land. It used to have a donkey to keep it company, and now it's all alone. So they're trying to figure out how they can get the cow a little friend for Christmas, and it ends up just being the sweetest story. I just love it so much. So that is what we read in the first part of December together, and I hope that you guys are enjoying your December reads so far. I am finishing up a book also to the sequel to the Greenglass House, and it is The Ghosts of Greenglass House by Kate Milford, and I'm enjoying it so far. And I'm also reading God Rest Ye Royal Gentlemen by Reese Bowen, which is a Betty read with Christie's Purple Library. I hope that you guys are enjoying your December, and that's full of peace and love and joy. Have a great day. Bye-bye.